Everyone talks about the facelift, but the hands are the real truth serum. New photos taken of Kris Jenner have people zooming in exactly on that mismatch. A refreshed face on top, but the hands that still show the age. So common presentation to clinics. And that's exactly why hands are the hardest place to cheat time. Now, trying to surgically lift the hands or remove skin, it's not like lifting a face. The hand is packed with tiny nerves, tendons, and blood vessels that control movement and sensation. The hand is so particular in the pulleys that are kind of in there, especially the palmar surface. If anything is compromised, the downside isn't just cosmetic. It can be numbness, stiffness, limited finger motion, delayed healing, scarring, infection, and in the worst cases, tissue loss or loss of function. So, here is simply how to make your hands look youthful, and you probably have a lot of this already at home. So the first one, start off with things you have at home, simple things you should do, and then it steps up to even in-clinic procedures. We're gonna go through it rapid fire. Number one is retinol at night. 2 to 4 nights per week, because hands lose collagen, and retinols increase collagen. I like retinaldehyde. Hands do get crepey and thin, and the skin shows every single line. Retinol is your friend here. Now, you want to think of retinol as your slow and steady collagen coach. Start low, go slow. If you're getting dry and irritated, and many of you will, it's because the back of the hands don't produce a lot of moisture. So use a moisturizer or cut back at first. Same thing you might think of as the face. The nice thing on the hands, you're not going to get that purging that we get with the face retinol, so you're not going to get acne or anything like that. Now, I like retinols and AHA, alpha hydroxy acids, right? What about those? Yep, 1 or 2 nights a week on alternate nights from the retinol. You don't have to use them both at the same time. Think of AHA as the polishing step. It helps the rough texture and the dull papery look. And remember, as I said, don't stack it on the same night as the retinol. People then go, oh, my hands are aging. It's accelerating your aging. Just like the face, you have to be mindful and you have to keep things moisturized, and you can't hammer it right off the bat. I know you're excited about this, but slow and steady wins the race. If you're gonna do that, you wanna use something super healing at the same time, like Exobalm. That's rose plant stem cell exosomes that I talk about. And you can even prime with that if you want. Remember, the hands are exposed to chemicals all day long. They're being washed multiple times, especially those in the healthcare industry. People, if you're washing a car or washing your floors or something, all the chemicals that the hands are exposed to, because they are our pulleys. So, retinols, alpha hydroxy acids, and if you want to get quick results and you want to prime or you want to combine AHA and retinols at the same time, think about adding Exobalm. Also, huge, of course, sunscreen. We forget about where? The neck and the décolleté. Use sunscreen on the back of the hands. When I'm out surfing and stuff like that, kite surfing, wing surfing, I do now make a conscious effort to try and keep the back of the hands youthful. Now, what about at-home chemical peels? Yeah, I think this is a good idea. You want to use a mild combination chemical peel, something with alpha hydroxy acids, retinols, L-ascorbic in there, even TCA, because that will target the browns. Now, what about in the clinic if you're going to step it up, which many people like to do? Well, treat the hands in layers. That's what we do in a clinic. Number one, IPL, intense pulsed light. That's broadband of light that we filter it down. My IPL device has 5 different filters to target reds, browns, overall rejuvenation, and vessels. IPL makes your hands look younger fast because the color evens out. That's a big reason the hands look older. It's not just wrinkles. And yes, you can use erbium YAG, CO2, and other type of lasers on the hands. It's just not the same skin as the face, as somebody that's treating it has to know. IPL is more ubiquitous and easily obtainable. It's less expensive, and it's a little more foolproof than the others, in my opinion. Now, the next step up, you're all gonna ask, like in the picture that they showed that I'm referring to where patient had a facelift and then the hands showed the age, almost certainly at that point, someone with money or someone with large veins that look stringy on the hands, they're going to go to fillers for volume loss, because veins seem to be just one of these huge drivers to clinics that people come in and they hate. And it's partly because as we age, The veins don't have muscles in them like the arteries, so they're dependent upon muscle movement to get the blood back to the heart, and they tend to get a little baggy, we'll use that term. So remember, sarcopenia, or losing weight and muscle over time as we age, also makes the veins a little more incompetent, so working out helps, not harms it. But fat loss, the veins get visible. So when hands look bony, veiny, and tendony, that's also volume loss. That's when you're going to want to turn to some filler. Now there are 3 pretty easy options here. Hyaluronic acid filler, and I wouldn't do the skin booster type. I'd get the cross-linked ones. And now you're going to do the opposite on the face. You're going to pick one that draws water in. Hyaluronic acid fillers draw water in to a certain degree. Pick one, Juvederm draws a lot of water in, and there are ones in the Restylane family that do. So choose a hyaluronic acid. Think you can start at 1 vial per hand, and often clinics are going to give you a discount because why? You're going to do 2 to 4 vials, so that's a fair bit. Number one, you're adding on. Whatever you add on in a clinic, you're going to get discounts. And the other thing is, it's surprisingly easy to do. There's a certain layer that's quite superficial that we go in, we can bolus it. So we put a lump of filler in and then you massage it down. Number 2, you're going to ask about Radius calcium hydroxyl apatite because you get 1.5 cc's in the syringe, even though 70% of that syringe is a product called carboxymethylcellulose. 30% is calcium hydroxyl apatite, but it looks real good. There are a group of people that will get a little swelling for a week or two with Radius in the hands, and you'd think that they wouldn't care because swelling looks good, but people do freak out about it a little bit because they get worried. But the swelling goes away. I like Radius actually in the hands. It's a good one. We've used it since 2007 in the hands. Now, some of you want permanent, and yes, Bellafill, which is PMMA. Bellafill is an injectable. It was approved around 2006-07 in the United States. Came from Germany. It was approved first in Canada, then came to the USA. And it's permanent in the hands. And I have videos on my channels of me using it in the hands. I actually like it. You have to have someone who uses it judiciously. You can't just, because it's permanent, you'd rather do a couple sessions than all at once. What not to do in the hand? Don't do Sculptra in the hand. I haven't seen great results from PDRN or salmon sperm facials type of stuff in the hand. Some people use exosomes, but if you really want volume, go to one of the 3 aforementioned fillers I talked about. Hands don't need dramatic surgery to look better. They need a plan. Texture, pigment first, then volume if needed. You'll now want to watch this video where I actually inject the hands so you get an idea of what I'm doing. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.